So how would you describe to someone that doesn't understand or know what the rape culture is like in the United States? Or maybe even denies that there's a problem.
I think that if you're born a female, you're automatically going to know what that is. Mm-hmm. You're going to grow up with it in a way. Like, I don't expect men to understand it. And I don't mean that as in like all men are monsters, all men are rapists, because they're not. I mean, no one is naturally a rapist. It's a very unnatural thing. But as far as being a female, you start experiencing it when you're in your preteens. Mm-hmm. When you start developing, that's the time, it seems like, when you start encountering, whether it's older men coming onto you, whether it's men your same age that don't understand, you start getting pressured into things that you're not really comfortable with or that you don't know about, but you grow up with it. We're in a society that still demeans women, mm-hmm. In a lot of ways. And it's funny because, like, I think about it, I realize that I apologize a lot more, to men, because I feel like I'm in the way or whatever. And it's not just a sexual thing, but it's also, you get demeaned all the way through your life. Mm-hmm. You're lesser than, and you grow up that way and you don't even realize it. You don't realize what you're doing. Mm-hmm. But, so that's what I would say as far as, there's nothing wrong with hitting on someone.
Right.
Nothing at all. No matter if, as you're growing up, that's going to happen. That's part of life. And it can be a very awesome thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But it seems like men grow up in a culture where they're pressured most of the time to get laid or to go to first base or whatever.
Absolutely.
So when they get some kind of rejection, they're either teased or made fun of, or
if they're not laid yet.
Yeah, if they're it makes them less of a man. They're not, they're not hot. They're not whatever. But so that pushes them. So any kind of rejection, they automatically take it that way, and then they become more forceful. Or she's a slut, she's a whore, that kind of thing, which is also damaging. It sucks because it's scary for girls to mm-hmm. say no. It's like, but when you're in the situation, maybe you think you do want to, mm-hmm. and then you get nervous and you get scared and you're like, I don't think I want to do this. But a lot of the times they won't say, hey, I don't think I want to do this, because they feel like they've gone too far.
Uh-huh.
And that doesn't make the guy a rapist. And I'm not going to say that it does, mm-hmm. but I think that men need to be raised to where,
it's okay to be rejected or not to have had sex.
Yeah, because it means maybe she's not comfortable yet.
Right.
It doesn't mean that she's not attracted to you or that you're a failure as a dude, I don't want to get labeled as a feminist. Mm-hmm. And that sucks.
Yeah,
because it's like there's nothing wrong with being, pro-women. But just the fact that I don't want to be labeled as a feminist.
Right.
That's sad in itself, because all I'm talking about is,
it's weird.
women
You can
being
have
raped.
a men's rights movement or whatever, and like people are like, okay, a bunch of dudes got together, masculinity, gender, or whatever, but women get together and like, let's talk about the things that we don't have.